Hello, everyone, and welcome to OB Learning Hub. Today, we'll be creating a Gantt chart like this in Microsoft Excel. Well, a Gantt chart is usually used to track the progress of any project or task you are undertaking. And by the end of today's video, you'll be able to create a dynamic tracker like this to enable you also monitor the progress of any assignment or task you are undertaking. So kindly stick with me to the end. Without wasting my time, let's delve right into it, shall we? To create a Gantt chart in Microsoft Excel today, we'll be using this data as an example where we have the task name, the commencement date, as well as the days to complete. And just for your heads up, you can always feel free to adjust or change this event's name to suit your preference, as well as the date you'll be starting all these events in particular. And also, you can change the days you have to complete these set tasks also. And now the first thing we would like to do will be to change this date type to a general format. So let's simply select this entire date. Then now let's move to the numbers group and simply click on this drop down button and just simply click on the general format. So now this is how our date will appear for now. We'll leave it as that. We'll get back to it later. So let's simply use the shortcut Control A to select our entire data. Then now let's move to the insert group. And under the charts group, let's simply click on the recommended charts where these charts will be made available for us. We don't want a recommended chart. Let's simply click on the all charts. And rather than a column bar, we simply want a bar chart. So we'll simply click on it. Then we don't want a clustered bar. What we want is a stack bar. So we'll simply click on this one. You can simply choose any of your preference. I would like this one. So I'll simply click on this one and click on OK. So now this chart will be provided for you where you can clearly see the commencement dates here and the days left to complete. How do I know this? If you have to simply select it, your data will be highlighted for you here. Here, we want to show only the number of days with the dates just appearing as an as-is name. So what we'll do will be to select the dates chart. So simply click on it. As you can see, they've all been highlighted. Then let's simply right click on them, right? And move down to the format data series. And here what we want to do is to simply not fill them with any color. So from this drop down list, if the fill hasn't been selected, all you need to do is to click on this arrow and simply let's check the no fill. We'll simply click on it. So now you can see that the no fill has been applied to this chart now. So now the date is transparent. The next thing we will do, like I said earlier, we will get back to our dates, right? So now what we'll do is to now change this general format back to the date type. So let's simply highlight our dates again, then simply use the shortcut Control 1. Then this format cells will appear where we can simply change our date. So click the date and simply click on OK. So now our date has now been restored from the general format back to the date. So now we are done with that. What's next now? The next thing, if you are to clearly see our chart, you can see that the event doesn't necessarily appear how our data presented it to be. If you are to clearly see our data, it starts from event 1, but our chart gives us from event 10. How do we correct that? Let's simply select where the events are, right click on it, then move to the format as is, where the format as is pane will appear for us. And here also, if this box or if this chart option isn't selected, you can simply click on it. Then we'll move down to categories in reverse order. If it's not checked, all we need to do is to simply check it. Then let's simply close it. And if you have to come back to your chart, you can clearly see that they've been placed in the order that your data was presented in. Let's simply get rid of these ones. We don't need them. We'll simply get rid of them. Then, if you have to clearly see our chart again, our date doesn't necessarily start from when our commencement date appears. So we have all these spaces here, which we don't necessarily need, right? So now what we want to do is to change our date as is. So let's simply select our date as is, right click on it. Then let's go to the format as is. Then this pane will appear here for us. And here we have the minimum and the maximum. Let's simply correct that. So let's simply get rid of everything here. Then now what's our commencement date? Just for a heads up again, my date type starts from months, then the days and the years. My day starts from the 31st of January 2025. So I'll simply type in that format to first, so January, then 31 and type in the 2025. Then let me simply press enter. So now you can clearly see that my date axis has been changed. Now let me also correct or change the maximum axis. And here my last event ends on the 25th. Here, let me simply make it the 26th. So I'll simply do that and simply press enter. Then voila, let me simply close this axis. Then as you can clearly see, our chart or our Gantt chart has been created for us. Let's simply get rid of the grid lines here also. So now let's give our chart a title. So we can simply select the chart title, move to the formula bar and simply bring in the equal sign and reference this our chart title. So we'll simply hit enter. Then now the title will be created for us. Here, you don't need to come and be changing the chart title here. All you need to do is to simply select this cell over here and just simply alter it. Then your chart title will be down for you. So now you've simply created a Gantt chart for the project you are undertaking, right? If this video was very helpful for you, kindly hit the like and subscribe button and be sure to share. You can always leave a comment behind to let me know what you think. Thank you so much for your time, and until next time, is bye for now.